We are the Global Talks and welcome to our podcast. My name is Francis, where we explore how the world's interconnected crises are shaping our present and future.
And I'm Lance. Today we'll be talking about some of the most pressing or factors of global issues that affect all of us. No matter where we live, poverty, climate change, health crisis, water scarcity, war, and the role of technology. These challenges does not exist in isolation. They they are deeply connected and the tipping points are rapidly approaching. So the title of our podcast is The Domino Effects of Globalizations.
That's right, from rising sea levels to increasing inequality, climate change is not just an environmental issue, it's a social and economic one. And the COVID 19 pandemic has highlighted just how fragile global health systems are. Intensify existing inequalities, but it doesn't stop there. Resource scarcity, especially water, is becoming a flashpoint for conflict while technology offers both solutions and new challenges.
Today, folks, we all break down how these global issues are linked and why they are escalating and what we can do about them. So let's dive right in.
Let's start with poverty and climate change. For this topic, these two problems are often talked about separately, but the truth is they feed into each other in a dangerous loop. When we think about climate change, we usually picture rising temperatures or natural disasters, but the effects are more delicate than that and more harmful.
Exactly. For people already living in poverty, climate change, their struggles are poor communities often live in areas most vulnerable to climate shocks like coastal zones that flood or regions suffering from extreme drought. When the environment changes, their livelihoods farming, fishing, and even basic survival are disrupted.
And here's where the cycle falls or is connected in when crops fail. Food becomes scarce and the prices are high. This pushes people deeper into poverty. It's not just the direct effects of a storm or drought. It's the long-term impacts that ripple through economies.
According to my research, the World Bank has shown that climate change could push more than 100 million people into extreme poverty by 2030. That's millions more people who will be caught in the crossfire of poverty, hunger, and climate in thus displacement.
It's also important to note that those who contribute least to climate change are the ones who suffer most. The countries responsible for the highest emissions are often the wealthiest, yet the poorest countries, like the third world countries, are the ones that feel the impacts most accurately.
Now, let's shift to health. The COVID-19 pandemic has proven how fragile our global health system are and how inequalities in healthcare access can worsen the crisis. But there's an interesting twist. Here technology. During the pandemic, technology played a critical role in managing and mitigating the crisis. However, it also exposed a huge digital divide.
Yes, technology saves lives. We saw rapid vaccine development and health information spread through apps and online platforms. However, at the same time, technology wasn't accessible to everyone. Poor communities didn't have a reliable internet or devices, which meant they could not even access basic healthcare services or information about the virus.
Misinformation spreads just as quickly as the virus. Social media platforms, for instance, become breeding grounds for conspiracy theories. Instead of helping people stay safe, they often spread fear and confusion.
It's a perfect example of how technology can be both a solution and a problem. The digital divide is a major issue, especially in developing countries. Without access to technology, people are more vulnerable not just to health crises but to other issues like misinformation, lack of education, and inequality.
Exactly. And think about the vaccine rollout. Countries with advanced technological infrastructure were able to vaccinate their populations quickly, while others struggle. This disparity in access to both technology and healthcare shows just how interconnected these global issues are.
Next, we can't ignore water scarcity because water is essential for life, but it's becoming an increasingly scarce resource in many parts of the world. And when resources like water become scarce, conflict follows. War over water is already happening and it's only going to increase.
Exactly. In places like the Middle East and Africa, where access to fresh water is limited, competition for these resources has led to intense conflict. Climate change only worsens this issue. Drought and changing rainfall patterns are making already scarce water supplies even lacking.
And it's not just about conflict between nations, even within countries, communities are fighting over water. We saw this, for example, in the country of India, where farmers and rural populations are facing severe water shortages. And protests broke out, demanding access to this essential resource.
And let's not forget the impact on the poorest. It's the most marginalized communities that often face the worst effects of water scarcity. Women and children, for example, are often tasked with walking miles to collect water, taking time away from education and work.
Water scarcity is tied to nearly every other issue we're discussing today: poverty, health, and even conflict. It's a vital resource, and without it, survival is impossible. As the global population grows, the demand for water will only increase, and this could be trigger more conflict unless we start managing resources more equitably.
Finally, let's talk about technology. We have discussed how it can be both help and harm us. But where do we go from here? Is technology the key to solving this crisis? Or will it just create more problems?
Technology could be our best hope for solving many of these global issues. Advances in renewable energy, for example, could help reduce emissions and combat climate change. New agricultural technologies could help farmers adapt to extreme weather, and tech innovations in water purification could help address water scarcity.
But as we have seen, the technology we develop can widen the gap between the rich and the poor. It's about access. If the poorest people can afford the technology or tech, or if governments don't prioritize equitable access, we could see a world where technology becomes a privilege, not a right.
Technology could be a force for good, but we need to make sure that it's accessible to everyone. We need policies that promote sustainability, equity, and responsible use of technology. Otherwise, we risk creating a future where technology amplifies existing inequalities instead of solving them.
It's very clear that these issues, poverty, climate change, health crisis, water scarcity, war, and technology are all deeply interconnected. Tackling one without addressing the others is like putting a band-aid on a much deeper wound.
Absolutely, but the good news is that solutions exist. The challenge is finding ways to implement them on a global scale, especially in the most vulnerable communities. Whether it's improving access to technology, promoting sustainable practices, or ensuring that climate change is not just addressed in wealthy countries, we all have a role to play.
The future is not written yet. It's up to us to ensure that it's a future of equality, sustainability, and hope. Let's keep pushing for change and let's stay informed about the issues that matter.